Tribe. You've used this word your whole life. You say it with pride. You think it means home, identity, or roots. It doesn't. It never did. From a time when foreign powers needed to group and manage African communities, they created categories. They defined identities, often for the first time. That's how many African groups became known as tribes. Here in Zambia, we are told we have 73 tribes. But were they always there? Or were they named, sorted, and recorded during colonial rule, when control mattered more than culture? Before that, the boundaries were fluid. People moved, intermarried, and traded. But colonial administrators needed fixed units, so they grouped people under specific names. Since Zambia gained independence, like many African countries, the words tribe and tribalism have remained part of our national story. But over time, tribalism became more than just cultural identity. It became an ideology, one that places one's own group above all others. In many cases, it has led to division, suspicion, and exclusion. We hear phrases like Bembas are better than Chewas, or this tribe cannot lead the country. But who taught us to think like that? Before colonization, African communities had conflicts, yes, but they were open systems, not closed identities. Leaders welcomed outsiders who pledged loyalty. Belonging wasn't about bloodliness. But today, we've drawn hard borders around identity. And too often, we believe our group is more deserving. That's not who we were, and it's not who we need to be. Conflict existed, but not the hardened divisions we see today. Today, tribalism can influence who wins an election, who gets a job, who marries who. But here is the good news. Zambia and Africa have changed. People now speak multiple languages. They live in different provinces. We are no longer fixed into 73 boxes. We've evolved, we've mixed, we've grown, and it's time our language reflected that. Maybe Africa is not poor because we lack resources. Africa is not weak because we lack talent. We struggle because we are divided. We are 55 nations with one interrupted story. Thousands of communities turned against each other by borders we didn't draw. What if we stopped fearing difference and started celebrating similarity? No one will unite us. It begins with how we speak, how we raise our kids, and how we tell our stories. We are not 3,000 tribes, but we are one African people, creative, capable, and connected. Let the borders stay on the maps and not in our hearts, because the world will not take us seriously until we take each other seriously. This is On The Go Africa. And because unity is not a wish, it's a choice, and it begins now.